Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the CGOD YouTube channel. It's your boy, CGOD, CAMBEERGOD. You know who it is. So, coming to you guys live today, going to show you a little bit of the setup because I realized I don't think I've ever posted a demo of it or anything. We're also going to be doing, possibly anyways, inverting the subs on the box. And basically want to do like a comparison. You know, we're not going to change any settings on the amp or nothing. We're going to play the same tones at the same volume, you know, like everything the same, aside from inverting the subs in the box. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into it. Check it out. So vehicle in question today is a 94 Chevrolet Blazer, you know, 1500. It's a big full-size Johnny. So coming inside, it's got the average, you know, Pioneer little head unit Johnny. But we do have the amp knob, which is for the Sundown SFB 5000D or something like that. And then we've got the audio control epicenter, which is also, you know, knobbed up right there. So to run this, we are doing dual runs of 1 aught, supposedly. It's pretty good size, you know, pretty good size. Nothing too terrible. Under hood wise, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Maybe see how it works in these old Chevrolets. So under hood, we are indeed rocking the old brand X 370 amp alternator, you know what I mean? And the way we've got this wired up, boys, is we've got 1.0 running here inside the cab to power the amp. We've got another cable running over to the power, you know, 12 volt positive on the battery. We've got ground going to the chassis. We've got another run from the battery also running over and tying in back here going to the amp. So that's where we're getting the 2 runs, you know what I mean? We've got one going directly off the alternator, and we've got another one going from the battery. In the future, I would like to add another battery, you know, probably right here, and then be able to tie it in, you know, similar means. But as for the subs themselves, they are the Scar EVL12, and these are dual 4s, I want to say, because they're wired down to 1 ohm in the box. Only modification I've done, this is the prefab box that they come in from Scar. I cut out, they had like some, you know, little metal mesh here, and actually just like took some clippers, you know, and cut them bad boys out. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start. I'm gonna play the same tones, possibly even label them on the video, you know what I mean? I do want to record some of the sub flex, you know, before we invert them, and we're gonna be unable to see them. So without further ado, like I said, boys, we're gonna go ahead and get it started up. I will record inside the truck, and then we're going to do outside the truck for both of them. And then only for the demo with the subs not inverted will we show the from the back. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a major difference, in which case I'll show you that too. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is the video. So I mean, not the best quality, but it will have the tones that we're needing. So we're going to go ahead and start it off. It goes from like 100 hertz, and then it comes down, you know, by like 10s or 5s or so. So let's get it. Alright, so that was from 100 down to 20 hertz. So you guys kind of get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and set it up now back. And then we're going to run it again from outside the vehicle this time. So let's do it. Alright, so that was all the way down right there, like I said, to the 20 hertz mark. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think after that, though, I can't tell if I'm smelling the subs or if I'm smelling the carbon monoxide coming through this straight piped exhaust from the 5.7, but man, I mean, it's kind of hitting. Low key kind of smell like sub though. It's a little warm. We'll probably yeah, we'll send it one more time before we give it a nice cool down. You know what I mean? I'll show you guys from the back area here what it's like. Let me go ahead and get her reset and we'll get her juking again. Oh man, it kind of smells subby. And mind you, I don't even think that we're running full power. It's not the full 5K, I'm sure. Oh, damn, look, it made our cups holder come all the way out. This thing's beating, dude. All right, last test. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's definitely the lows that are really banging them, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and let it cool down for sure on the cool down, brothers. Yeah, she definitely bangs though. You guys can see the excursion there. Honestly, I didn't want it to go any lower. I think it hit, I stopped at that time at 25 hertz because I was able to see what's going on back here, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and then that's only going to be worse once we invert it. But we're going to try it anyways, boys. I want to see if we get a little bit better lows, you know what I mean? More powerful, I suppose. The box isn't actually mounted to the truck neither, so it's not a perfect test. But it'll also help us smell our subs a lot more, whenever you're overpowering them, you'll start smelling them. But then again, we could also just be smelling the glue because they possibly haven't even gotten this warm before, you know what I mean? Because, I don't really, max them out like I was there very often, especially on music, On music, it's kind of hard, but without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start inverting these, and we'll run another test similar to what we just did, all right? Yeah, so there you have it. Both of them bad boys just poking up out the rear, dude. Pretty gnarly. So far, I do feel as though it's hitting harder. You know what I mean? I guess. However, I'm not for sure if it's because the subs are now outside of the box, or if it's because maybe we've loosened up the suspension, because I'm telling you, I haven't really demoed it hard like this, but I have noticed that I'm starting to see the clip light more, because I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, I did try to play some music on it already just to see if it would like sound different, and at the same volume that I used to play previously, it was starting to bang the clip light, you know, like every now and then. But somehow I want to say it's just because my battery and alternator setup is not able to discharge the power fast enough, you know, so then the amp kind of is starving a little bit. So I think maybe with a better battery setup, because the alternator is pretty good. I've noticed, like, you can see my voltage there, right? It's over 14. It's over, like, it's supposed to be 14.8 is what the resting voltage is supposed to be. But I've noticed that, like, whenever I'm getting those hard, like, kick drum, you know, like hard kick type basses, whenever that hits, like, the amp is starving for power in the sense that it can't pull it from the battery fast enough. But I feel like since I have it wired direct to the alternator too, that it pulls from the alternator, and the alternator actually like makes the voltage, like whenever the bass is hitting, it goes up. You know what I mean? Instead of like normally you'll see it go down. Like my lights will sometimes like get brighter at me. You know what I mean? Normally they dim. Very weird stuff, but I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? It's just because we have a bad, or not a bad battery, but a weak battery. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and once again, I'm going to play the same tone at the same volume as we did earlier. You know what I mean? Interior. I don't know if it'll make a difference in sound coming through the camera, but hopefully. So let's do it. Man, whenever it gets down into like the low bass, like I'm scared to let it go lower than that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, you know, I just feel like it can't be healthy. Those subs got to be flexing, you know, like the max, X max or whatever the excursion amount is called, you know. I'm not the biggest sub guy. You know, this is just my daily driver and I just wanted some yoppers in the back of it, you know what I mean? Damn, that looks hella cool though. So, let me go ahead and show you guys. So you can see this is how I have it now. There is this little thing, it's like a plate right here that sits behind the seat that makes it like straight up and down, but you know how the seat is like tilted and the box is also tilted. So eventually I'd like to remove that and then push the box all the way back. That would be ideal, but we're not going to do that for now. As far as the subs and whatnot go, they feel a little bit warm, you know, but like I said, I can't tell if I'm getting them smelly because, you know, like overpowering them, or if they're getting smelly just because, like, this is the first time they've seen this type of power, you know, because I can guarantee you I'm not pushing the full 5,000 watts out of that sundown amp. You know what I mean? There's just no way. So either way, this is how it is. Wired 1 ohm, you know, pretty decent setup. My speaker wire is not long enough for the subs to sit down, and I also feel like they'll probably like tilt the box, you know, like if I was to, I don't know. They're pretty secure right there though. Probably gonna move this, you know what I mean, make a little bit of arrangements here, that way if they do fall, you know, they don't suffer some damage or nothing. But that'll stay like that, or if anything we could probably even like put that like right there, huh? Yeah, see? That'll keep them secure now, won't it? I'm a funny guy. So yeah, these are some of the tools that I use to get it out, to swap the subs and whatnot. Inside the box, it does have like a whole bunch of like reinforcing, like baffling, and a bunch of like foamy, I don't know what you would call that stuff. But they do have like nut certs, and these are all like Allen head bolts. So I will give it to Scar on that one. That's pretty cool. And it makes for a nice install, you know, it looks sick, and like it's like flush mounted too. I think it looks killer. I didn't really tell the difference by removing the mesh screen here, but there used to be a whole mesh screen, And I mean, that's not cool, you know what I mean? As long as nobody puts nothing in here, we should be good. But yeah, so I mean, it does bang, I'll say. It sounds, you know, like I said, like it's using more power. So I think we might be loosening up our suspension a little bit more. So we might need some more power, you know, like another battery or something. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and play you guys the tone from the outside. That way, you know, we can complete our video. But I will tell you, I think it's banging. Crazy, look. See, as soon as I turned on the subs, you can hear the alternator like start making noise. But look, you'll start seeing the door flex like crazy once we come down. Look at that. Like it's just rattling real bad, everything. See, but like I said, we get down into those low hertz, man. I don't know. I just don't know, my friend. But that is it. There you have it. On the prime 15 by 12s, 15 by 12 and a halves, you know. And then I also want to give a shout out to Griot's Garage. The tire shine that they sell is probably some of the best stuff on the market, or at least some of the best stuff that I've tried. Definitely want to make sure you leave it and let it dry for an extended period of time. But otherwise, damn, it smells like sub, guys. Maybe we shouldn't have been saucing it that hard, huh? But yeah, like I said, it's just a daily driver. I'm not, you know, super into systems and whatnot. I do like bass and whatnot, you know. So back here, we do have a little 2-channel amp that's running a couple of 6x9s in their own boxes down there, so nothing too crazy. But look at how killer that looks, dude. I think that looks sick. Like, you look, just peeking from behind the seats, dude. Another thing is the port being up. I don't know if that is the best position for it. Ideally, if I was to make a box, I would want the subs firing upwards and then the port going back. I feel like the port back in like SUVs and whatnot, even in cars, basically everything is just better. You know what I mean? Because it'll bounce off of that tailgate and then come forward. But for now, boys, that's what we're working with. You know what I mean? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the system. Damn, I like how you can see through all the glass. But I'm pretty sure it's like 0% tint. Because I got pulled over and the side windows are 4% is what I was told. And as you can see, the back is darker. And the windshield's tinted too, but shh, don't tell them that, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can let my battery recharge up a little bit, you know? Oh yeah. Hopefully you guys like this video. This is probably, you know, the hardest hitting system that I've personally had and put together. Does still need, you know, maybe some lithium in the future. And we'd really be able to just push this SFB 5000 to all it's got until it ain't got no more, you know, and then it's time to upgrade. Stay tuned, buddies. Later.